Hey everyone, welcome back to our channel. If you're new here, please subscribe. I'd really love that. If you're returning, how you doing? What we're going to talk about right now is the largest power grid and the emergency alert that is being declared. Okay, and I have some graphs that I'm going to share with you as well, just so you can get a visual of what I'm talking about. All right, so PJM interconnection is being saved by natural gas and coal and nuclear power generation as temperatures surpass 100 degrees Fahrenheit across the mid-Atlantic. Now, I live in the South. I live in Florida in the Tampa Bay area. And here, the feel-like temperature, and this is with humidity and everything else, even after it rains, okay, because you would think that rainfall would cool things down. But it actually has the opposite effect. After it rains, it gets more humid, and in turn it gets more hot. So on an average day here in the Tampa Bay area, the feel like temperature is about 110, 115 degrees. Okay, so it's very, very hot here. And this lasts, say, until like September. So I'm going to show you the first graph. Okay, it's a pie, it's circle. This is the generation fuel mix. Okay, and this is all fuels, renewables, coal, gas, hydro, multiple fuels, nuclear, oil, other renewables, solar, and wind. All right. Now here is a picture of what the power price surge in some parts of the PJM as customers are cranking up their ACs. Now, if you're anything like me, you like to stay in the cool, okay? I personally can't be in the heat, and that's because I have a lot of medical conditions. I have a bad heart. I have atrial fibrillation with tachycardia. So I honestly, I can't be in the heat for too long, because if I get heat exhaustion, my heart, anyway. So here is what the pricing is for a lot of the areas that PJM covers, okay? And you're looking at between 70 to 100 to 100 and 150, 150 to 200, 200 to 500 in some areas. It varies, okay? Now with my electric bill, because we start putting our AC on May, okay, April, May, around there, and it doesn't get turned off until, say, mid-October. And in the June, July, August, our electric bill ranges about $250 a month. So, it's I can only imagine what these people are going through. It's terrifying. So this next graph that I'm going to show you is PJM's load forecast is currently around 144,363 megawatts. So this is for forecast, generation, and current. Now, some will say that the world is boiling, and I have to agree with them. Others say that it's summer in the northern hemisphere. This is more than summer, okay, and I'm being honest with you. I haven't dealt with these temperatures like this for a very long time. Where is the power generation from these renewable sources? It appears that fossil fuels and nuclear power generation are doing the heavy lifting to ensure that the grid does not collapse. So PJM Interconnection LLC has declared yet another energy emergency alert level #1 as of Friday, and this excessive heat advisories and warnings cover much of PJM's grid across 13 states. And this is from Illinois to New Jersey, with over 65 million customers. Now here is a map of PJM's grid. Now the latest National Weather Service data shows that advisories and warnings for a heat plague most of PJM's grid. Now PJM has issued these alerts to help prepare generators for the onset of this intense heat, and this is on the second day of the largest U.S. grid operator declared a level 1 emergency. Now on Thursday, the preliminary peak load was around 148,000 megawatts and is forecasted to peak at around 155,000 megawatts, and that was on Friday. Now PJM, they expect hot weather to persist through today, and Bloomberg data shows average temperatures across the lower 48 expected to peak on Saturday and possibly revert to 5, 10, 30-year averages. So also notice how, because I'm going to put up a graph for you here, I want you to also notice how the yearly temperature averages have plateaued for the northern hemisphere summer. Now, when these hot weather alerts, they are to help to prepare transmission and generation, personal and facility for extreme heat and or humidity that may cause capacity problems on the grid. And temperatures are expected to be near or above 90 degrees in these regions, which drive up demand for electricity. And how did PJM become so unreliable all of a sudden? Well, PJM, they published a study earlier this year that showed the alarming trend of state and federal decarbonization policies across the grid that present increasing reliability risks during the transition due to a potential timing mismatch between resource retirements, load growth, and the pace of new generation entry. So before corporate media blames sea change, because you know they're even blaming inflation on sea change, for crying out loud. So before they go and blame that for the power grid woes, remember decarbonization policies have sparked these instabilities as well. So a heat wave continues to blast the Midwest, the Northeast, and the South, because I guess I can attest to that, through the end of this week, forcing the largest U.S. grid operator to declare a level 1 emergency. And this is for tens of millions of us. We are cranking up our ACs to escape the scorching temperatures as summer in the northern hemisphere peaks. Now, on Wednesday evening that just passed, PJM Interconnection LLC, when they did the emergency, the energy emergency alert level 1 in 13 states that stretched from Illinois to New Jersey with over 65 million customers, they are concerned about maintaining adequate power reserves as power demand is set to soar because, one, the ACs, but they cannot tell any of us, don't turn our ACs on. They can't. It expects demand to reach 153,286 megawatts as of the end of this week, and it has about 186,000 megawatts of generating capacity. So the power mix of the grid shows natural gas, coal, and nuclear are doing most of the heavy lifting, and power prices across the grid appear normal, or so they say, you know. So the surge in above average temperatures for the lower 48 is expected to peak and return to normal levels for this time of year. This ain't normal. I'm telling you now, it's not normal. And this is according to Bloomberg data. the 5, 10, 30-year average temperatures show the northern hemisphere summer has peaked. I'd say so. All right, guys, that's all for this video. I will see you in the next one, okay? I hope you guys understood and were able to see what I was talking about with these graphs, and I hope this helped explain a lot to you, okay? I will see you guys in the next one. You stay safe, you stay positive, you keep prepping, and as always, fear less. Ciao.